Ben, how's it going, mate? You good?
Very good, thank you. Yeah.
Feel refreshed after a couple of weeks off?
Yeah, it's a strange time to have a break, but no, it's nice to get away and have a bit of time with the family and stuff. I'd say strange time, but yeah, useful.
What did you get up to? I saw you doing a bit of Formula 1, was it?
Yeah, I went to Silverstone earlier on this week, and yeah, got to be driven around in a Formula E car, the first one apparently, first two-seater one, first passenger in one ever apparently. So
is that you into that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really watch Formula 1 too much. I'm not mad into cars, but yeah, it was all about sort of the electric side of it and things like that. I'm quite interested in. So I drive one myself, so it was just more to do with that sustainability side of it and things. So
learning a bit more about
yeah, just learning about it, and I got the invite to do that, and yeah, just thought, yeah, why not? Yeah.
And you've come back to the new facility here, the Rob Rowan Performance Centre. It's amazing, isn't it? I mean, what were your first impressions when you come in?
No, it's really smart. Been looking forward to coming over here. You know, seeing it being built for so long. It's a great facility. It'll certainly add to the club, add to the players and everyone around it. I think getting everyone under one roof and yeah, the facilities seem really good.
At the fans forum, Thomas touched on the fact that he kind of wants that side to be kept, so people like yourself that have been here over that side and new signings kind of remember where we've come from as a club and how lucky we are, I guess, in where we are at the moment.
Yeah, of course. You know, Thomas has been here a long time now at the club, so he's obviously, you know, come from sort of over that way, been there a long time, and now moving over here. So it's going to, you know, definitely mean a lot to them to be in this building, and as a reminder, like you say, to see that side of it and where you know they've come from. Yeah.
And look, World Cup's going on at the moment. I'm not just saying this because you're here. I said it on pre-match pint. I think you should be in Qatar, mate. Did it ever like?
I'd love to. Yeah, I'd love to. But you know, like I said, I've been trying to work my way up into the England team for a long time. Just trying to play my best as I can. And yeah, I mean, it was always a thing that I've wanted to do. Wanted to play for England, but you know, I can't sort of have any regrets about it. I want to try and get there, but maybe it's a bit too late in my career now to go and do that. But
Dutch keeper's what, 40? So
yeah, you know, I see Pepe playing as well, and
exactly.
Thiago Silva, but they're in a bit of a different league.
If you look at the stats, seriously,
yeah.
like whoscored.com, I know you've probably seen all these things that have come out that if it's on form, you should be in there. And look, on to that, you've become a fan's favourite straight away here. Like, and you're smiling, but you have. Like, everyone absolutely adores you. Nice. And do you kind of sit back and look at performances, and how would you assess the first 4 or so months since you've been here?
Really enjoyable from a personal perspective, from a team perspective as well. I think we've been playing really well. There's been a lot of really good performers in the first months of the season. But no, personally, really enjoying it. Really feel a part of it, and taking to it really well. And so enjoying being a part of the team, part of the club, and yeah, settled really fast. Because
you've obviously been at Burnley for so long, so. Yeah. Coming in, how was it as the new kid for the first time in a while?
It was different, but it was a nice challenge for me to come and integrate into a new environment. Move to a new area. All the things that come with sort of changing clubs and changing teams, which I haven't done for so long. So no, it's been nice to have that change, that challenge, to get into a team, fit into a team, and sort of adapt to a style of play. And I came in two weeks before the season started, and had to get up to speed quickly. And I feel like I've settled really well.
How did you find it? What were the big differences, would you say, here?
Big differences in
because I guess is it even stuff that, like, in the way it works? Do you see what I mean? Like, if someone goes into a new job, there'll be different ways of working and different styles and approaches to things.
Massively. Lots of different styles of compared to what I've been used to. There's a lot of details here, a lot sort of, I guess, more technical side of the game. Learning different things, different styles. What Thomas wants, what the coaches want in general. Set piece coach, we're here. I've not had that before, so learning what he wants as well, and getting all that information on and trying to sort of deliver it on a weekend. I found it difficult at the beginning to try and sort of go out there and have that in my mind, a lot of it in my mind, because I'm so used to doing my job and what I'm used to doing. It's a nice change to have a challenge to take all that on board and try and go and deliver it in a game.
I was listening to your podcast with Kate Mason, and you said that is it since you've been here you now warm up your eyes?
Not since I've been here, but I've done it the past couple of years.
So explain to me how that works.
So we had someone who just was an eye expert basically, and testing eyes and things like that. And she did a little talk between us, and she was just going on about how you warm up your muscles and your body, and how important your eyes are, adapting to different lights and things like that and stuff. And said, she was just saying about warming up your eyes basically, and I've just sort of took that. It's quite interesting. So it takes me 30 seconds or whatever before a game. I'm just looking at signs, in the ground, looking at the floodlights. Just getting used to, especially if it's a night game. The lighting is quite different, and your teammates, might be in a dark kit, or the opposition might be in a dark kit or something like that. Just trying to adjust your eyes to the lights and stuff, because it can vary in different.
Do you think it's helped you?
I don't know. No idea. But it's
now you've got the yellow balls as well.
I've just got into a habit of doing it.
Yeah.
So I kind of like go to the halfway line now, and I'll look at the side, but I'll look at their players as well. Just have a little look at them and that and stuff, and get a feeling about the place and that, and then I'll go and see our boys. So
if any fans I think you're like staring them out, it's because you're probably looking at like the sign behind
exactly,
them.
Yeah, something like the flags and stuff that are going on. Yeah, but just taking it in and calming myself down.
On the group, I wanted to ask you: is there anyone that's surprised you with their ability that maybe you didn't realise they were that as good as they are? Maybe you knew they were good, but you were like, wow, actually, I didn't realise.
To be honest with you, a lot of the lads have, coming into the group, and that I've been really impressed by a lot of players, about the group itself, the mentality of the group, the individual abilities of the group. Look at Rico playing next to me, or has been playing next to me. The beginning of the season have been fantastic, and probably outside of the club, people don't realise how good of a player is unless you watch him week in, week out, or play with him week in, week out. You realise how good of a player is. David's been fantastic in goal. There's been a lot. Obviously, Ivan gets a lot of the headlines, but Brian's been brilliant. Wisa coming in as well has been superb, and I've been really impressed with sort of Matthias as well, and Vita has been brilliant in front of us as well. So there's plenty of players. Aaron Hickey, beginning of the season was on fire until he got injured, and doing really well. So there's so much talent, I think, within the group. A lot of young talent as well, and you see it in training as well that some of the boys are really got some good ability.
Well, in the 19 games so far this season, there's been a few highlights to pick out, and obviously the 2 games against the Manchester clubs. Right, question for you. Grew up as a City fan, of course, so which game did you enjoy more? The Etihad win or the 4-0 against United where you scored? Because isn't your father-in-law a United fan as well?
Yeah, that side of the family are big Reds, so it's always quite nice to play them. Beat United a couple of times. And beat them at Old Trafford, and but to beat them 4-0 in the way we did, it was really good, really nice. I got a lot of friends that are United fans as well, so it was nice to beat them. And then obviously the Etihad was something else, especially the way we won it as well. Win it in the last minute. The emotion of doing that, and obviously beating the champions in their own patch was brilliant. So kind of both different, but it was brilliant. I can't really choose between them. My brother wasn't very happy that we beat City. He couldn't really speak to me after the game, so he didn't know how to feel. So it was quite funny. But no, the way we won it at City was superb. It was brilliant, and to go into the break on that high was nice to do.
I want to cast your mind back to the City game, and before the game, look, even the most ardent Brentford fan going into that game knew that the odds were against us. It was stacked against us with the underdogs.
I've been there many times. I've been beat 5-0, 5-0, 4-0. So going there as a player, it's kind of like, all right, okay, we need to, really be on top of our game. To play against the City team who are on fire at the minute. So you can understand it, but there's always a belief that you can go and upset the odds. And the way we set up was spot on, and I think everyone delivered a really good performance.
Because I've heard you speak a bit about, the obvious one is Haaland. That was everyone was going, look, it's the first time he's not had a shot on target. Yeah. Yourself, Ethan, Zanka were phenomenal that day. What was the discussion about how to deal with him? Probably the best striker in the world at the time. Yeah, for us it was the danger in behind us. I felt like Ethan defended him really well, and obviously Zanka on the other side as well. Anytime we got the ball, anytime one of the midfielders got the ball, we were aware of the space in behind, so we didn't want to leave too much in behind, because that's where it's dangerous, getting in behind, his pace, his power. So sort of let him have the ball to feet, and then obviously in and around the box you need to be tight to him, be physical, be tight, and don't let him have too much space in the box. He was going to make them runs
you see someone receiving the ball, they get the head up, they're looking for him most of the time. So if you doubling up, getting in about him, especially De Bruyne, trying to get close to him, closing him down, that was a big part of it as well, because obviously the connection, the relationship between those two has been brilliant for the start of the season. So trying to stop that sort of happening, but there's so many players you need to stop, so it's quite difficult. But
it was like Matty, yourself, everyone was just in there. Was that a thought of just that siege mentality, get in together and just have that tight unit? Yeah,
we had that a lot at Burnley. We defended a lot. That's how we defended really a lot of the time. It's usually different here. We defend a little bit more aggressively, further up the pitch, and sometimes you need to dig in and defend like that. And we've shown here we can do that, so which is great, because you need that sometimes. You need defenders, throw themselves in the line. You don't want bodies turning around, shying away from it. You want the lads in front of you to do the same as well. And sometimes that's what it takes to win a game, especially somewhere at Man City. You need to dig in and get the blocks in and defend for your lives.
And then get the counter. Talk to us about the counter, because
I was nearly there, wasn't I?
Well, I was like, here we go. And then halfway down, he was like, nah,
I saw Rico sprinting about a mile ahead of me. So no, I'm a bit more conservative in my play. So I know the manager really wants to go and win games and eat, but in my mind, probably thinking, keep it secure, let someone else go and run up there. But initially, I was thinking we could get like 5 or 6 here. And Wiss's touch, was superb. Got us on the counter, and straight up the pitch, and we could have had 5 or 6 of us up there.
Part of you thinking, I hope someone is going to get past me, because if it's on me.
Well, I think Ivan was next to me when we started running, and he obviously ended up scoring. So it could have been me.
And no celebrations.
Yeah, fantastic.
Straight up, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I loved it, absolutely loved it. So no, it was to win it like we did in those final minutes was fantastic, and we could have had another one after that, I think, even.
Course,
but no, it was great to see the travelling support. It was fantastic. It has been all season. So to give them a win, it was nice, because they've been brilliant for the beginning of the season since I've been here. The away support's been superb, and the home support's been superb as well.
And then we get back, and then this break and Boxing Day fixture, Christmas period. It's slightly different Christmas period, but look, I'm sure you guys all know it. People think you've got the best job in the world, and I'm sure you guys think it as well. But Christmas is obviously still a tough time, and you've got a young boy and a young girl. So for you, is it going to be a bit trickier being down south when a lot of family up north and stuff? And also probably in on Christmas Day. I don't know the schedule. But
I think we will be. With the early kick-off on Boxing Day, I think we'll be in, which is fine. But no, it'll be different being down here. But no, it's part of what we do. You get used to it for sure. There's plenty more years once we finish playing to enjoy Christmas. So we've got to make the most of it while we can. And I'd say that to the young boys as well, make the most of it, because it's a really good time to play football. Boxing Day is a great day to play football on. If I wasn't playing, I'd probably be going to a match somewhere, like a lot of fans. So it's a really good day for the fixtures, and to be involved in it and playing is, it's a real, it's really, really good, and no, I wouldn't change it.
Is there a buzz after the break and the City game? Kind of everyone just chomping to get that?
Yeah, I think so. Like I say, it's a bit of a double-edged sword, really. You want to, stay on that high and go into the next game on that high. Obviously, the break is a sort of, got us on a bit of more of a level. But no, going into the break on such a high was good as well. So, when you're looking at the table, you're thinking, we're doing all right. So hopefully we can build on that. And this busy sort of little period here in Christmas, hopefully we can push on and build on that.
Exciting times. Well, look, before you go, Christmas time, is Santa going to be bringing your son and daughter Man United shirt, a City shirt, or a Brentford shirt?
I think the Brentford away one, is coming to him. So they've got the home one, so the away one's on the way. So
correct answer. That's what I wanted to hear.
Yeah.
Top man, cheers, Ben.
Thank you. Cheers.
Come on!